Hello and welcome to Summit Centers for School Age Development, Summer Camp 2023. My name is Michelle Russell. I'm the Centers for School Age Development Coordinator, and with me today is Faith Dietrich, the Centers for School Age Development Manager. Both of us oversee, supervise, direct, lead, train, get the staff all ready for summer camp yearly. Let's meet our head teachers for this summer. In Mifflinburg, we'll have Lori Bastian and Patty Bingaman. In Lewistown, Jocelyn Powell and Gianna Allmiller. Down in Selinsgrove, Ray DeSmit and Emma Calder. And in Lewisburg, Joy Bingaman. Their contact information is listed below their name. You can reach out via email or using the site cell number. Feel free to reach them anytime during the summer for any more information, comments, questions, or concerns. Let's take a quick look at what the camp dates and locations are this summer. In Mifflinburg, Selinsgrove, and in Lewisburg, all three camps start June 7th and end Thursday, August 10th. In Lewistown, the first day of camp is June 8th and runs through Friday, August 18th. All the programs are located in the cafeteria, except for the Lewisburg Children's Center. We have the multi-purpose room. You drop off and pick up at different locations at each of the sites. So please read the slide carefully as you review this. Couple notes here. Lewistown and Selinsgrove relocate every Friday. Lewistown relocates to the Lewistown Children's Center and Selinsgrove Intermediate to the St. Matthew's Lutheran Church. One more thing to mention, all camps are closed. Well, camp ends August 10th for most of the camps, but on Friday, August 11th, that is a staff professional development day. So for Lewistown, camp would be closed on Friday, August 11th. And I'll pass it on to Faith.
So let's look at what's happening this summer. We are excited to share that we have a lot happening this summer. By now, you should have received your camp field trip calendar. The calendar includes the field trips and the swim trips your camp will be taking. It includes the depart and return times and some reminders. Along with the field trip calendar, each teacher has an activity calendar for more special days of community outreach guests and activities that are happening on site. All 3 months will include activities that will inspire and activate our youth. We have great community partners that will be joining us this summer, like SNAP Education from Penn State, 4-H, Lewisburg's Children's Museum, different local libraries, EBAN Community Hospital, and a lot of our community partners that joined us for our science fair last summer will also be coming on our special Wednesdays to just add additional programming for our youth. Our featured trip this summer, which will also be on a Wednesday, will be at the PA Arts Festival. Looking over our summer curriculum, every site and every teacher will be posting a weekly planning calendar that just highlights the different activities that we will be doing with the students and keeping them active and engaged and just learning through the summer. It will highlight the field trips and depart and return times and reminders so that everyone can be on the same page of what's happening over the summer. Our next slide is a typical on-site schedule. Each camp has a flexible daily schedule and it will be posted for all families. The daily schedule will include times of free choice and structured activities, both inside and outside. We try to get outside as much as possible as the weather permits, and the daily schedule is altered on field trip days to accommodate leaving and returning for the trip. It's very important for families to know which days that their camp will be off-site so that they can adjust their drop-off or pickup times so that we can leave on our trips on time. Our next slide just kind of goes over our field trips and the times of the actual event and trips provided. is all on your field trip calendar. And when we are going on field trips, every child will have a camp shirt that they will wear. That just helps identify that they are with our summit camp. And then all the staff will also have a summit t-shirt on. They will take all of their stuff with them as they go on the field trips. It's just very important to check your calendar and know when they are returning and when they are leaving. What to bring? You would bring a lunch with a packed ice pack, and you would label any of your students, your child's belongings, so there's no confusion about that. A backpack or some kind of cinch bag is very important. It's very important that the students wear a sturdy shoe and that they bring a water bottle. And then our schedule once field trip days does adjust. And so there still will be some kind of activity going on. There'll be some kind of free choice. We provide the breakfast. We might be getting them outside, but then as we're getting prepared for the field trip, the day does adjust to accommodate that, with just making sure that all the students have everything they need. We're sunscreening, we're getting anything that we need for the field trip, and then we head off on our trip.
So Faith mentioned earlier that we're very excited to return to the Central Pennsylvania Festival of the Arts this summer. That I believe is in the second week of July on a Wednesday. The last time we were here was about 5 years ago. The students really enjoyed this trip. It's on Allen Street, downtown State College, along with Penn State campus, Old Main. Kids will participate in face painting, the youth sidewalk sales, where they can, and we encourage them to bring money on this trip so they can purchase things that students, peers of their age have made and are selling downtown. There'll be an opportunity for ice cream, maybe to buy some popcorn, participate in STEM activities, and also see children's musical performances. So we're very excited. We'll be sending out more information when it gets earlier in the summer, with just more information on depart and return and what to bring, what not to bring, things like that. So one of our field trip days or offsites during the summer is our swimming day, and everybody loves a swimming day. The kids love to go swimming. The staff like to be at the pool. It's a fun day for everyone, but also can be a little nerve-wracking or uneasy for parents, especially new parents sending their student to a camp and going swimming. We have strict child-staff ratios and supervision techniques and procedures and policies that we have in place. And here on this slide is just sharing a little bit of that information. We at Summit, just like any licensed childcare provider, needs to send along a certified lifeguard. So not only do we have the lifeguards at the pool, but we also bring our own lifeguard by Summit, and they do not count in staff-child ratio. Our staff-child ratios change. So when we go swimming, we are 1 to 6 for children completing grades K through 3rd, and 1 to 8 for students completing grades 4 through 6. We also have added protection in there to have color-coded wristbands. So each staff is assigned a group of children. That staff person and the 6 kiddos or the 8 kiddos get the same color wristband. The staff and the kids move together, stay in the same spot in the pool. Everyone needs to stay together at the pool. If someone wants to get out and go back to the pavilion or has to go to the bathroom, we have good supervision techniques in place to allow that to happen. But generally, everybody moves together as a group, a small group, to maintain that child-staff ratio and adequate supervision. There's first aid provided at the pool, along with we'll have our first aid kit too. All of our staff are trained in basic water safety, along with having our own lifeguard. The students will also take a swim test prior to swimming the very first time they go, to determine what swimming ability and level they're at. They can retest over the summer to see if they get any stronger, but it will be a supervised swim test from the lifeguard at the pool and a lifeguard from Summit. We'll make that final decision if we feel comfortable allowing that student to move to another area, deeper end of the pool. Additionally, sunscreen is provided by Summit. We will apply this frequently throughout the day when we're on site, a field trip and swimming. We ask that you don't send your own sunscreen in with the child unless they have a severe reaction to a specific kind. They need their own kind or something like that. You'll want to reach out to one of our nurses at Summit for a permission slip for that, and all the paperwork that goes along with that. But we are providing care for 48 children. It's very hard, difficult to carry around 48 different bottles of sunscreen. So we have a sunscreen provided by Summit. I believe Holly, our health nutrition coordinator, will be reviewing exactly what that sunscreen is and the SPF a little later, on the video. What to bring on a swim day: appropriate bathing suit, making sure that the suits tie well, they cover your body appropriately. Flip-flops are allowed at the pool, not on site. Make sure they have a towel. A lot of times we'll be throwing those towels in the grass and laying there when we come out of the pool to take a break or have a snack or to reapply sunscreen. So make sure they have a towel. And then at this time, they could bring money for a snack bar if the snack bar is available and is an option for that camp. We're not quite sure with the direction still we're going into this summer. When we go to the pool, we really want to spend as much time as we can swimming. Summit provides a nutritious snack anyway, and sometimes a snack bar takes away from our swimming day, long lines, things like that. So as we get closer to summer camp, we'll kind of release and make a final decision on the snack bar. Little more information here about our rules, expectations, and safety for Summit Summer Camp. Recently, we started implementing Show Your True Colors at Summit Early Learning. It's a positive behavior intervention support program. We want to see kindness, respect. We want students to be a team player. And we want them to be safe. So here are some things that we would like to see from our students this summer. We want students to be responsible, respectful to themselves, others, and all of the property. We want them to be kind to everyone. We want students to be safe. We want them to be accountable for their actions. Be a team player by helping others, cleaning up, and having good listening ears. And most importantly, just having fun, having a good attitude, trying new activities, and working together as a team. We do have a few policies and procedures, specifically when we're going on field trips and outings. A lot of our trips obviously will be off-site, will be in parks, will be in areas where others can see us. So it's really important for campers to portray their true colors on-site and off-site. We want staff and children to follow these rules while we're out on the outings. We want them to stay with their assigned staff so everyone can have the best experience on the trip. If for some reason things are not going well with a student, then we would implement some of our potential behavior consequences. Maybe they'd be asked to sit out from participating in on or more activities. Maybe being unable to attend a special event or another trip or another outing. If that would happen, we do not provide any alternate care. Students pretty much can't attend that day. Unfortunately, sometimes students need to be sent home or suspended from summer camp, and hopefully we don't need to do any permanent suspension or termination from our program. Our staff are really good at documenting behavior and incidences and talking through problems with the children and also with the parents. So we will be providing that information if we need to as we move forward over the summer. So how can you help your child show their true colors while at camp? We want you to encourage them to have fun. When you drop them off in the morning, tell them to go in there, have a good attitude, be safe, and have fun. Follow those rules and expectations. Us being on the same page, wanting the same thing for the child is how we're going to be successful over the summertime. Ask your child about their day. They're going to be doing so many new things and fun things over the summer. They're going to be meeting new friends. They're going to be participating in all different types of STEM activities, different types of games, a lot of community connection and partners coming in. So ask them how their day went. Wear sneakers. I cannot emphasize this anymore. Flip-flops and open-toed shoes just don't really work for summer camp. They get mulch in them, they break. Sometimes they step on things and injure their foot. So sneakers are mandatory. Refer to your field trip calendar for trips, times, and reminders. Also, encourage your child to do this. Put that calendar on your refrigerator or at your front door or something, so you can see it in the night before to say, oh, tomorrow you're going to the pool or tomorrow you're going to the park. What do you need? Let's pack our lunch. Get them ready and prepared. Bring a water bottle. We will have water provided for them all summer long on site and off site, but having an extra water bottle along with them, they can fill up and kind of carry with them throughout the day is nice. An extra pair of clothes, especially if you have a child that is young, might have some accidents, send an extra pair of clothes labeled. The teacher can put those in a safe place and use them if necessary. Don't forget to put an ice pack in your child's lunchbox. We want things to stay cold. We don't want anything to spoil. And also being licensed by the Department of Human Services, it is a policy that all children must have some type of ice pack in their lunchbox. We will not be refrigerating any items, and we will not be using any microwave to microwave any food or warm anything up. Please leave toys at home. On the previous slide, there was a little blurb in there about cell phones. We don't want to see cell phones usage by children this summer or any toys from home unless there's permission given by the staff. There might be a time when they can get their cell phone out and take pictures on a field trip or something like that. There might be a time where there'll be a special day where they can bring something in and share, but the staff will let you know when that time is. So all cell phones, electronics should be left at home. And if they do come in, just so you know, we are not responsible for any broken or stolen items. And I'll give it back to Faith.
So this slide is just how you can stay connected. It's so important to get hooked to your class dojo. Staff get your contact information before camp starts, so you may be getting an email or a text message to join their class. Please do that. It's so important. It's a great way to see what your child has done that day. They upload pictures, reminders. Hey, we're changing sites. Hey, we're coming back early. It's just a great tool just to see what your child has done for the day. It's also a great way that you can message the staff. Hey, they had a rough drop off. Hey, they stayed up late last night. It's just a great way to connect to the teacher to communicate. Also, every program has a Summit cell phone. Put that number in your phone so it's easy access that you can text anything or get text messages from that phone about that phone number about anything that is going on throughout the day. Read the site postings. Every site will have a parent area. There'll be all kinds of information there, reminders, upcoming events, just all kinds of information. So give yourself a couple minutes at drop off and read over that information or look at that or ask the teacher, hey, where's that parent area at? It's going to be where you sign your child in and out. But if you're confused, please talk to your site teacher. And then every site will have a mailbox. So your child will have a mailbox. It's usually in like a milk crate with the student's name and any kind of like artwork or projects or anything from the office or any kind of maybe a boo-boo report or anything like that will be put in there. So again, just give yourself a couple minutes that you can get your child dropped off, look at any information that you may need so you know what's happening at camp, so we can all just be on the same page and just have a fantastic summer.
Yeah, and Faith, if I'll just add to going back to Class Dojo, sometimes it is necessary to reach out to Faith or myself to, talk through a concern or maybe a challenge or something that's happening at the site. You can direct message us on that Class Dojo app. We check that daily. We might not be able to check it immediately, but usually by late afternoon or early morning, we try to check those messages. So feel free to reach out to us directly there. And also on the slide has our pictures is our email addresses and phone numbers. You can go ahead, our email address, yes, and our site cell numbers, excuse me. You can go ahead and reach out to us that way too. So this brings an end to our part of the presentation. Again, if you have any further questions or concerns or just need to know more about the summer camp program and what it might look like, if you're new to the program, if you have a kindergartner entering into summer camp, please reach out to us and talk through any of your concerns. It's always very new to folks. There are a lot of changes coming from childcare into the school age program. So I'd rather you be prepared and reach out to us and ask us any question you'd like before camp starts. So the next couple presentations will give you information more about health and safety and sunscreen and nutrition, snacks and breakfast, along with some financial fiscal pieces and some enrollment information. So I'll go ahead and pass this presentation on to the next group, and we're looking forward to an exciting summer. See you all soon.
Hello, and welcome to Summer Camp 2023. My name is Kathy Adams-Funk, and I'm the Enrollment Coordinator for Summit Early Learning, and I'm going to review some information about your child's enrollment with you. So please just follow along on the following slides. Here's some information on when to contact enrollment. If you need a copy of your contract, you can reach out to get an additional copy from your enrollment specialist. A copy of your contract has been provided to you for use as a reference for your child's scheduled attendance days. Please note that adjustments to your contract cannot be accommodated. If additional days should become available and your child is already waitlisted for those days, your enrollment specialist will contact you. So accommodations for attendance on days that are not already contracted are not available due to our staffing schedules. If you need to adjust your drop-off or pickup hours, you need to give a 24-hour notice to your enrollment specialist to verify that a change in hours is available per current camp staffing. You can contact your enrollment specialist with further questions regarding your current contract. And if you need guidance on where to direct your questions about summer camp, you can also contact your enrollment specialist and we can guide you in the right directions to get those answers for you. If you have questions about your tuition fees or your payments, please contact fiscal staff. We have 2 locations for you for Snyder and Union counties. You would contact Lori Wagner. Her information is there on the screen, her phone number, as well as her email address. And then for Mifflin County, you would contact Natalie Payne, again, at the phone number on the screen. And that also could include her contacting her by email at the email address on the screen as well. Your enrollment specialists for this year for camp are listed below on the screen here. For Lewistown, Lewisburg, and Selinsgrove, this year the contact will be Angela Beatty, and Angela's cell phone number is listed on the screen, and also her office number is there as well. For the Mifflinburg camp only, you would contact Tasha Roberts, and her email and phone number are listed there on the screen as well. So please reach out to any of them if you have any questions. Also, you can contact me, Kathleen Adams Funk, the enrollment coordinator. My phone number is listed there as well as my email address. And I just want to say it's our pleasure to assist you with your summer camp needs. Please reach out to us with any enrollment concerns. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I am Holly Lehman, the health coordinator at Summit Early Learning. My role is to coordinate the health services for summer camp and all programs at Summit. My office is located at the central office in Mifflinburg, and my contact information is on this slide. We have 3 agency nurses that are located in each of our counties. Michelle Hill is a Union County nurse. Her office is at the Lewisburg Children's Center, and her contact information is on this slide. Christina Hayes is our Mifflin County nurse. Her office is located in the Lewistown Children's Center. And Amber Edison is our Snyder County nurse, and she is located at the central office in Mifflinburg. If your child is ill, we ask that you do not send them to summer camp that day. These bullets show a few instances when you should not send your child to school. If they have a temperature of 100, they must be free or above. They must be fever-free for 24 hours without the use of fever-reducing medicine before returning. If they have diarrhea associated with illness more than twice a day or vomiting more than once a day, rash with a behavior change or a fever, difficulty breathing, severe pain, convulsions, loss of balance, muscle control, or vision disturbances. If they have scabies, strep throat, and impetigo until treatment has begun. If they have injuries or illness that prevent them from participating in our programs. And if they have the inability to participate in any of the daily routines. If your child is unable to be outdoors due to mild illness, please make arrangements for alternative care. And if lice is discovered, please notify the classroom teacher, and a medicated lice treatment needs to be done before they can return to class. We all know that injuries can happen anywhere children are active. If an injury does occur, staff will administer basic first aid for minor injuries, such as small bumps, scrapes, and cuts. Staff will notify parents of minor accidents through the use of a boo-boo report. In case of a major injury, staff will call 911 immediately and notify you or the next person listed on the parental consent form if it's okay to, and the request that the parent listed or the person listed will meet the child at the hospital. Please keep your emergency contact information up to date at all times. If your child has surgery or an injury that may require restrictions or special instructions, we need a doctor's note to make sure that your child can safely return and if reasonable accommodations are needed while attending camp. The best and safest place for your child to be given medications is at home. We ask that you please do your best to arrange the medication to be given at home if possible. If that is not possible, you will need to contact the agency nurse for your county to make arrangements for the necessary paperwork. The medication form needs to be completed and signed by your doctor and by you to get permission for medication administration. The required medication paperwork includes antibiotics and over-the-counter medications such as Tylenol, Motrin, medicated creams. Medication administration and information and consent forms are on our website, and it's summitearlylearning.org and under for current families informed if you do need to have one of those medication forms. The medication must be in the original pharmacy labeled container. A nurse or designated staff will meet you to accept the medications. Teachers or bus drivers are not permitted to accept them. Nurses will review and approve medication paperwork before any medication can be given to your child. And medication paperwork is valid for 1 year after the date, and new updated paperwork may need to be completed by your doctor and signed by the parent. For control type medications, and that's like ADHD medications, the parent will need to bring in 1 week's worth of medication, and the staff will count in the presence of the parent when they bring it in. And then the parent and the staff will sign the medication log. Children may not carry and administer their own medications at Summit. If your child has a medical condition such as a food allergy, asthma, seizures, diabetes, or any other serious health issue, please contact the agency nurse for your county. Additional paperwork may be needed by a physician to be completed. And so we know what that plan of care is, and we can determine if we need any additional accommodations while they're here attending summer camp. The children do go outside and do outside activities each day for summer camp, which promotes health benefits and also another opportunity for learning in a different environment. This slide shows a few general guidelines, which hopefully will not need to worry about wind chill this time of year, but it's still on here. We do consider where the children would be at and what they would be doing with summer weather. Sunscreen protects the skin from damage that caused by harmful UVB and UVA rays, which can increase the risk of skin cancer. Sunscreen is provided by Summit. You may provide sunscreen if it is needed and it meets the requirements. The sunscreen needs to be a broad spectrum lotion that is water resistant or waterproof and SPF of 15 or above. We have a camp permission form, and that needs to be signed by a parent for permission for staff to apply the sunscreen. And if you have any questions or concerns, please talk with your teacher or your county agency nurse. So COVID-19, we follow whatever the PA Department of Health, the DHS, the Department of Human Services, and the CDC guidelines are at the time of summer camp. Currently, if your child has COVID, we are still doing, they need to stay out for 5 days. And when they come back, have a mask for 5 days and get a doctor's note to return. We will update you as our guidelines and our rules change with DHS. And if your child tests positive for COVID, please notify your teacher and don't send to camp. And one of our agency nurses may be contacting you for more information and instructions. If your child has been vaccinated for COVID-19, we'd appreciate if you let us know and send a copy in of their immunization card so that we have it for their records. And if you have any more questions about COVID, you can go to our website. It's on summitearlylearning.org under the COVID-19 tab. And that's all from Health. Have a great summer and thank you.
Hi, my name is Deb Field. I am the nutrition coordinator for Summit Early Learning. My contact information is online here. I'm located at the central office and my phone number is 570-966-2845, extension 3138. And my email address is deborah.field@summitel.org. Our meal times for summer camp, just some little information here. Summit participates in the Child and Adult Care Food Program and must follow their guidelines. Our menus are available for parents at each site. A nutritious breakfast and a light afternoon snack will be provided for your child. Parents will need to provide a packed lunch for your child. Please write your child's name on his or her lunchbox or bag. Please include an ice pack in your child's lunch if it needs to stay cold. Please do not send anything that needs to be heated. We will not heat any lunch items. Please do not pack any soda or candy. A water bottle may be sent in with your child on field trip days, and there will be a 5-gallon jug of water on most field trips. Food allergies. We are required to serve unflavored 1% milk at breakfast per the CACFP requirements. If your child is lactose intolerant and requires a milk substitution, soy or lactose-free milk, you'll need to complete a parent request for milk substitution form. If your child has a food allergy, milk protein, or other food allergy, your child's physician will need to complete a food allergy care plan. Please contact one of our nurses. Thank you and enjoy your summer. Up next, we have Lori Wagner with Fiscal. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Lori Wagner. Natalie Payne and I are your fiscal contacts for summer camp. I handle the camps in Snyder and Union counties. Natalie handles the camp in Mifflin County. Please reach out to us at any time this summer that you have a fiscal question. The options for your tuition payments are paying in full, and we offer a 10% discount if you pay your camp tuition in full by May 20th. Please contact us if you have any questions regarding the total amount due for the summer. If not paying in full, then you can pay by automatic withdrawal, which is a weekly withdrawal from your checking or savings account. Tuition is withdrawn at the beginning of each week for the camp days contracted that week. The form that was included in your enrollment packet will need to be filled out in order for us to set up your account. If you are an ELRC funded family, you may pay weekly by check, money order, or cash. Payments by check or money order are accepted at our 4 children's centers in Lewistown, Lewisburg, Selinsgrove, or Mifflinburg. You can make payments by cash, but they are only accepted at our Lewistown Children's Center or our Lewisburg Children's Center. Just a few reminders, all children enrolling in summer camp will be charged for the July 4th holiday. Tuition for that day will be charged regardless of the days contracted that week. We're happy to provide statements if you need them. Please contact Natalie or Lori to request a statement. If you happen to add any days during the summer, tuition for those additional days will be charged as soon as we're notified of them. If you prepaid for camp, please contact us regarding payment. If you receive funding from the ELRC, please remember that we are required to follow their regulations for collecting copays, reporting absences, etc. Please make sure you understand their policies and don't hesitate to reach out to them or us if you have any questions. Thanks for your time. We look forward to working with you this summer.